First of all, it is important to know what we call voodoo. We can call them angels, because when we take voodoo in general, it's like God. We take in God because voodoo means something that we don't understand. Nobody can really explain. But you can notice that we have different dancing of voodoo, different pictures, and the dressing things are different. This means that we have different types of voodoo. But really speaking, if we consider what the King of Kings said this morning, voodoo is one. It's like we have only one God in Christianity, Muslim, and everywhere. It is the same thing. But divisions that we have, they are angels. And when we want to divide them, we can divide them into three categories. We have the ones based on air, the principle of air. And the major one there is Dan. Here is the symbol that you have here. First of all, you have the symbol. When we say that, it is snake, you know. But the principle, the basic principle is the air. We have another one based on fire, and in the fire we have different type of angel in that domain again. But the principal one is what we call Ogu, the iron, the goddess of iron. And the symbol here is this, even this also.
You said goddess, so it's a woman.
Yeah, you say goddess.
You said so it's a woman.
No, we don't know. It is angel. But when we want to divide voodoo, the principle, the main category, I said that there are four. We have the air principle. We have iron. Iron is in the fire. You understand?
Yes.
And the representation is here.
Because you said goddess, so goddess is a woman, but you're saying...
Okay. So what I want to say is small gods or the divisions of voodoo.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
The division. Because when we want to divide voodoo, we have four principles of life. Water, we have air, we have fire, and we have the earth. And talking about the air, the representation is a snake. And we say Dan. Here is the symbol. Any picture you see and there is a snake, this means that it is based on the principle of air. You understand now?
Yes.
And any picture of iron that you can see, it is based on the principle of fire. Here, for example, some pronounce Ogun, others Ogu.
But it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay.
When you see the principle of iron, it is from the fire.
Okay.
That's what we have to retain there. And now, in the same, in the principle of fire, apart from the iron, we have what we call thunder. Thunder. It is in the principle of fire. You see?
Yes.
But here in our tradition, when we want to separate things, Ogu, the principle of iron, is on the earth. But for the principle of thunder, it is
in the air.
The rain and in the air. But it is from fire.
Yes, understood.
You understand now?
Yes.
Okay. Apart from that, we have the principle, we don't have it here, of the earth. Yes, it may be on the other side. Now, apart from those four main categories of voodoo that we have, we can have some derivation. And they may have different names. Each king knows how they got those angels or those voodoo and respect them or do their rituals. So they give the name according to the history or maybe what happened to them before they know this voodoo or they consider this voodoo as their god. And so it is with regard to their tongue, their maternal tongue, and also to the history that they give different names. Otherwise, the main principles are four: water, fire, earth, and air. You see, but we have different divisions. Now, when we're talking about voodoo, they are used to fight against enemies in the past because there were war everywhere. And kings, when they want to go or to wage war, they have to get armed before. And they have to rely on something in spiritual power, I mean magical powers. So they have voodoo, some specific voodoo, which are not necessarily for good things, but just to protect them and fight against enemies. And it is from there that things become very difficult to clarify. So some people can say that voodoo is a bad thing because we can use it to ask. You see, in that domain we have what we call witchcraft. You see, witchcraft. And they, with the time, discover other principles that can be above the witchcraft to fight against everything. Among those things we have the tree, baobab. I don't know how you call it.
Baobab. Baobab. It's baobab. Yeah, baobab. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this is the king. When we have king in human beings, in the jungle we have lion as king, but in the domain of trees we have baobab as king.
Baobab.
Yeah.
Baobab tree.
Actually pretty good. The fruit, like the juice, it's pretty good.
Yes, but the tree. So among trees, baobab tree is the king.
Okay.
Like the lion is the king of the jungle.
Okay.
You see. And now, this is not only a voodoo. We call it voodoo. Everything we call voodoo is something that we cannot explain. You understand? That is beyond human explanations. That we call them voodoo. That's why it is difficult to guide. But some people prefer talking about voodoo window, which are the four main categories I cited, and the other categories, what people created to go to war, to wage war, you know, those are there too. We call them too voodoo.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Now, this tree has different uses. People can stay in it and eat
And I read
as if they were at home.
I read one interesting thing about the baobab tree is that when it heavy rain,
Yeah.
it absorbs a lot of water in the desert, and a lot of villages could use that water and survive.
Yeah,
through the
exactly,
tree. Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we cut down this tree, you can see cooking pots. Yeah, inside. You can see animals' head. You can see what women used to cook. You can see different things inside. And generally, whenever you see a voodoo temple, we have it inside.
Okay.
So we use it. It has two sides. People can use it. The witches could stay inside. I mean, the wicked people, they can use it, but we can also use it and to protect our family or our relatives.
Okay.
That's what you can see here.
All right. So can you
So
explain
here
some
is
of
the king, or the father of
Dagbo.
Dagbo.
His grandfather or father?
A real father.
I'm saying, is it his grandfather or his father?
No, his father.
Okay, okay.
His father. The one who died recently.
Okay.
Yeah, the latest king before the one on the throne now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the supreme. It is on his time, in his time, that they created, they organized the first festival of Voodoo.
Let me ask you this. If something happens to Dagbo, who would then step in for him?
Now, it is the Ifa priest, the Ifa priest that will decide.
Oh, okay, okay.
We don't select people to say that you're going to be the chief of Voodoo.
Oh, okay.
It is from the Fa. You know Fa?
Ifa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ifa decides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ifa decide.
The oracle
In For here we will talk about Fa, but from Nigeria.
is Ifa.
Yeah, Ifa. Okay,
okay,
that's the
okay.
crown, yeah.
So here it's pronounced properly. It's Fa.
Fa. Fa, which means peace.
Okay.
Get peace. Fa. Alright. Go and get peace. Fa. On any symbol. So, even if he dies today, nobody can stand up and say, I want to replace him. They will do all the ceremonies first and wait. and all the chiefs of other corners will gather, and they will consult the Ifa price. And what the Ifa reveals, that's what they will consider.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is they're talking about yeah.
This is another symbol for the tree then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's like a serpent around it. Is that a serpent going up the tree? A snake?
To tell you that in this, when you say loku atesu, you know, when we say atesu, it means the biggest, the king of trees.
Okay.
Okay. Now within these trees, we can use everything. We can make it a home, and people live inside. When witches want to, we say witch for women, people who use witchcraft.
Yeah, witch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The witch could stay inside. They could transform people into animals and eat. Everything is possible in this tree.
Wow.
But the same way we can use this tree to provoke. For example, Kingston can say that me, I'm the lion of the jungle. Or me, I'm the elephant. Or me, among trees, I am baobab tree.
Okay.
This means that no tree can stay in front of me and say anything.
Right.
So that's so they can use arm. I told you right now that when we cut down this tree, you can see cooking pot and spoon, everything inside, even head of animals.
Okay.
You know.
Now
So all this.
You also said the serpent represents air. So in this case, does that represent air as well?
Yeah, but this one now, they, what I can say, they represent not only, because the name what they wrote here is loco, which means the tree.
Okay.
All right. But when they make it a voodoo, all the voodoo could use it.
Yeah, I see all the elements are in it. See? All the different elements.
So they're representing all the other elements as well, not just the tree.
Yeah.
Because voodoo is everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
Understood.
Okay.
And even if when you go in this, you see over there, it is the principle of air, snake. But we can make other voodoo living in the same room.
Okay.
There's union.
Okay.
There's union. In the same single room, you could see the principle of air, the principle of fire, the principle of earth, and the principle of water.
Okay.
But the problem is that when there is the snake that is over there, does not use red things. Even if other spirits are there and can use red things, you will never bring red things over there.
Okay. Okay.
Because there is one who cannot accept. That's simple.
Okay.
But all of them can live in the same room.
Okay.
That's what happens. Alright, this is a symbol. You see? When you see this color, rainbow. Rainbow is a sign of snake, the principle of earth. But at the same time, it is the principle of thunder. Because during the rain, okay, we have fire, the thunder, and the rainbow is a sign. So this means that when we're talking about voodoo, it is unity. That's why the king of kings today, while talking, he said that some people may say that voodoo is a bad thing, is a witchcraft. But this means that they know next to nothing. Because for them who know what something about voodoo, they know that voodoo is unity, union. So when we consider the principle of rain simply, rain gives water. But before the rain, there is wind. All right?
Yes.
And during the rain, you can hear the thunder.
Yes.
But when the water falls, it is on earth. So life is one. That's what they mean simply. So they have a different presentation here. I've looked at this is a kind of voodoo. It is specialists can say in which category they will put it. It is like I'm Richard. They call him Avlegete.
Okay.
So I cannot say that it is based on the principle of iron or water. I cannot say it.
This was a personal,
Yes,
individual
that
thing?
is it.
Okay.
Yeah. Aiza Avlegete. It is from Avlegete. It is a name again. But I would like to draw your attention on this word, Aizan. Aizan is like a protector. When you enter in any town, there will be only one Aizan. There's no two Aizan in the same village or in the same town. In Wida, we have only one Aizan. And no Voodoo can go out, dance, do everything without going there. You will go there before you come back into your head. I mean the adept of Voodoo. When you get dressed for 10 Janvier, for instance, tomorrow, when they will go out, everybody must take by there. Otherwise, when you back, you will go there again. When the chief will go out, he will go there first. When he come back, when they finish everything, they must go there again.
Okay.
Because it's like the protectors. When we notice that there is epidemic in this area, they can do ceremony. We pray God. We don't want this disease to run over our people here. So protect us from this. They consult the fire, and they do everything. If people are protected. We want to wage war. Which God do you think we should go? You see, those. So Aizan is like a protector. That's what this name means. Yeah. But Avlekete is a name. Like from this, I cannot say which kind of. Okay, I was talking about Aizan. You see, Aizan Dodo. The biggest, the first protector. When we say Dodo, it means the roots. Like we say King of King over there. We can see that Aizan of Aizan.
Okay.
You see? And this symbol is unique. We saw it right now when we were going near the market side there.
I did see that by the village. I did see that by the market. Yes,
yeah, that is it.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
Nobody can stay now and do this Voodoo again. No. You cannot say that we want to have this in our village and people will do it. No. No, they cannot.
So that one that we saw at the market is the only one in
Yeah,
Wida?
it's the only one.
Okay.
Only one.
Okay.
You go from here, Wida, Potnovu. It is the only one that has this form.
Okay.
No other Aizan again.
Okay.
In the island. Maybe in Abome, I don't master well the grounds over there. But this is Aizan Aizan. And it is settled during before colonial time.
Okay. Okay.
And only God knows what our ancestors used to make this thing.
Okay.
The other Voodoo, the principle of that, all those things, people can do it. Even it in your house, you can do it right now. Yes, if they consult the fire and people who are recommended to do this, they can do it. But no one can stand up and do this.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mami Water. The goddess of wealth in ocean. We say Mami Water. Like,
we say what, mermaid or?
Mami.
Yeah.
Okay. Mommy. Okay.
Yeah, Mami Water.
Mommy water. Okay.
Like in water, the ocean. Yeah, the goddess that provides us with everything. And we say that all the riches we have on earth are from the ocean. There is a concept that says that. So when you see this picture, the women, fish here and human over there. Sometimes you will see here from her waist till here, it is a fish line.
Yeah, mermaid, like a mermaid.
So we call it Mami Water.
Okay.
It's a category of it.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate it. So that's the different voodoo deities and gods and an explanation of each one.
Yeah, that is it. So
Okay.
we cannot, nobody can stand up now and say that he knows all the voodoo. But we just know that voodoo are 4 principles.
Can I ask one last question? Oh, well, go ahead. Finish what you're about to say.
I say nobody can stand up now and say that he mastered all the voodoo. It depends on the corner. It depends on the person. We just know that voodoo is 4 principles in one. Earth, fire, earth, and water.
Okay. And last question: where do each individual god, or where do the voodoo deities, where do they originate from?
Okay. If I consider, because with everybody in our tradition say that there are things we come to see. Nobody knows when it starts. Nobody knows how it comes. But we have seen it with our first king from Alada, Ajauto. But his name is not among the kings we see there. You may be surprised.
Okay.
Kokon is the first king. That's what they wrote.
Right.
Yeah. But everybody say Ajauto is the founder of Alada.
Okay.
It may be surprising. The real problem is that he is their father, the father of the first king. He's the one who, after waging war and having winner, came to discover Alada and settle a kingdom over there. And when he died, the 3 children he had were all powerful, and all of them wanted to take the power to stay on the throne of their father, and disputes started. So finally, the chiefs, the different chiefs of the corner, called them, and they went somewhere to solve the problem. And they selected the eldest brother to stay at Alada, where he created the palace where we went this morning. Okay, that's why on the walls we saw the first king, they wrote Kokon, the first king. It was the eldest brother of Ajauto. The second one went directly to Port Novo. And since the phone, they were from Aja, their grandfather were from Aja before they created Alada, he said, okay, here is my Aja, which is Ajache. Ajache, Port Novo, the real name of Port Novo.
Is Ajache.
Ajache.
Okay.
This means my Aja.
Okay.
We are from Aja. Here is now my Aja. Me, I can govern here. And the youngest went to Abome. And there were people there. And he waged war to everything to win. And now he settled his kingdom there. And while defeating the other kings who were there, he said that, me, I will win the war and settle my kingdom in your stomach. And when he won stomach, they opened it and they put a tree inside. And he said, Danhome, I built my kingdom in Dan stomach. You see
Dan was the name of the former king.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the name Danhome. And now, with time passing, when the after colonial period independence came and Mathieu Kérékou came, some people say, when we say Danhome is like abusing the offspring of those former kings. So it's not a good name. We have to modify those things. It's the way we cancelled Danhome and took Benin as the new name of our country.
Okay.
And so that's where these gods came from.
Yeah. So the first king came with, he's the one who talked about Voodoo. He said that his power came from Voodoo. God of gods that no one can, and they have their representations. From there, everybody talk about Voodoo.
Okay.
But where did he get the thing from?
Right, yes, that's the question.
Right, nobody knows.
Okay.
Till now, nobody knows.
Okay.
Oh.
Nobody knows the roots of Voodoo.
Okay, so voodoo is relatively young. Like only from like I guess that would be the 16th, 17th century.
No, nobody knows when he.
Okay.
We simply knows that he was the first king, and to win war to wage, he said that what he believes in is this thing. You understand?
Oh. Okay. So all that we know is he could have created it himself.
Yeah. Only God knows how it came.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We cannot say that he, the first king, take this to make it. No.
Okay.
But he said that what he believes in and that protects him from everything is Voodoo.
Oh, and then he gave the list of the gods and what they represented. The king did.
Yeah.
And what was this king's name again?
Kokon? Okay, the very
original.
first.
The original one that,
Ajauto.
Ajauto. Okay.
And one thing to clarify as well is You said first you have a Voodoo, which is everything, and then you said they have 4 different categories.
Yeah.
To me, those represent the 4 elements of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, so again, everything is based off the forces of nature.
Yeah, that is it.
Oh, perfect.
That is
Okay.
it.
Okay,
All right.
That's
cool.
what we can notice.
Cool.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cool. All right, so we just got a breakdown and clarity on the origins of voodoo, and also a description of each god and the gods and their roles in voodoo. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to that, so hope you guys enjoyed that. I am enjoying my time in Benin. Absolutely love it. This is my second voodoo festival, so hope you guys see value in this. Dynasty Samir, search for Voodoo. Till next time, peace.